I wasn't planning that.
So, Flint, what are you up to in the market?
So I'm not dead. So I've already got a leg up on everybody.
This was not even remotely where I thought this game was gonna go.
So I'm gonna go try and find Blank.
Good.
Do I find Blank?
Yes, he's just back hanging out at the caravan, talking
Okay.
about the clerics and stuff.
Well, at this point, I should be at the cart.
No, because he was only gone for like an hour. So he went there, did one inquiry check, and then came back.
Yeah.
You spent a bunch of, like, 3 hours talking to people.
Roger is confused.
Yeah, because I thought that one of the clerics came to the caravan. Like, I immediately found the cleric talking to Sarah.
Yeah, so you talked to her with 3... I don't reduce the amount of time for that happening. That's just how I narratively wanted to do it.
Okey-doke.
So you just ended up talking with her for 3 hours to get all that information.
It's a lot of information.
I know, right? Okay, so you guys found each other. Congratulations. You're
Yay.
all buddy-buddy.
So, the ration packs here are ridiculously expensive, so that was kind of a miss.
First world problems right now.
How bad is it?
40 for one.
You did shoot this guy, right?
I wanted to.
And what stopped you? As I'm looking up at you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in a good mood, I guess. We didn't die on the journey.
That's true.
And all things considered, we are in the middle of a desert.
That we are. As you recall, I ate some dirt, or I'm sorry, sand earlier.
I'm sure that was delicious. I still don't know why the hell you did that.
I was told it was gonna be good. I was told it was gonna be good.
I lied to.
I know that now.
Speaking of which, where the hell are those guys?
I don't know. I found one of the clerics. And
What'd you learn from them?
You're not gonna get that?
I should. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm assuming you guys, if given the opportunity, will burn a fate point in order to stay alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Devin already did that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I meant for Zach.
Okay, was I like, wait, I have to burn my last one?
I have to burn another one?
God
Yeah, you
damn
burned
it.
the first one to not die that time.
Yeah.
Burn another one so they don't come back and eat you.
Burn another one so the gargoyles
Dick.
don't murder you on their way back from Zach's corpse.
Are you still hungry? Yeah, let's go eat that
Hey,
woman.
look, there's that toasted woman we forgot about. Delicious.
Oh, she's been cooked, marinated in her own juices. Yummy.
Hot. Hope Danny got all that while he was talking.
That was a really pointless phone call.
Glad you decided to hold up Dark Heresy for that.
Sorry.
thanks, Danny.
No, it was John. He's the guy who's designing the sound for the tour.
So
So I
anyways,
just answer his phone calls.
continue with your talking, the cleric.
Yeah,
Right.
so what'd you learn from the cleric?
Well, I learned that those that are worthy and worship the God Emperor go through the altar. I'll point at it. It's been some time since the last person went through it. Apparently, they call themselves, or at least the worshippers here seem to be calling themselves the Dawnbringers. I also did learn that apparently in the chaos of this warp storm, there was an Inquisitor that had landed on the planet.
Really?
Which I assume, though, it's probably been a good 100 years. He is probably dead.
Yeah,
But it's
probably.
worth
A good
worth
millennium.
chasing. It's worth looking into. I was told
Yeah.
Benedictus back in Sanctuary might know something about that, or Father and Seer in the Lunar Empire if we venture into Aknot territory.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
otherwise, nothing useful past that we don't already know.
okay. Do you need me to guard you at all? For you to do your special little things?
Not unless we need to do something right now.
Well, I mean, you kind of just randomly look into your magic place sometimes.
Don't need to do that right now.
Well, has anything come of that?
Well, I told you guys that stuff earlier.
Oh, you
so-
did? Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot about
I told
that.
you about the Garia stuff.
Okay. Well, I guess we should find everyone else and try and get into Graia. I mean, I don't know how effective just walking up to the front gates are going to be.
True. Being that ration packs are being sold for 40 gelt a pack, I think one of us should probably watch the cart.
Yeah, that seems like a fair assumption.
Or you could just carry them all with you. Been doing it before.
All right, we can move the whole cart. That makes
Well,
too much sense.
Ration packs you guys have been carrying on you. It's not like they're that heavy.
Oh, have we? I could
Mhm.
assume mine were in the cart.
They're like little baby MREs.
Fair enough. I guess we ought to ask around and see if anybody knows where they went.
Okay.
I was about to call you Neelis. Flint, roll awareness. Slate, roll logic.
Lot.
Oh, awareness.
Just a straight
Modifiers?
Straight test for both of you.
test. Okie
Nope.
dokie. Ooh, hello.
Exact opposite.
Did I say awareness? I meant perception for you.
Well,
There you go.
Not that it matters, but
it's the same thing, but I'll re-roll it because it's an excuse to re-roll it.
because I gave you an opportunity.
Hey!
Okay, we'll deal with Slate's first. Slate, you think, or it dawns on you that you might be able, since you're so keenly aware of Mercury and Joanna's souls, that you could look into the warp, perhaps to find them quickly. But that would be quite difficult.
Would that be a Psionitions test?
It would. It would be a -20 Psionitions test.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and tell that to Flint. Flint, I'm gonna duck under the cart and see if I can find him that way.
Do you want me to block you from view again?
Just keep people away from the cart.
Okay, I can do that.
A modifier of 20.
-20, yeah. All right. You don't see their signatures anywhere.
Good.
They're
Pop
nowhere
up from-
near you guys.
And I'll pop out from underneath the cart. Yeah, I can't find him.
Hmm.
It's a little,
Alright. Well.
little unusual.
Flint, what you saw in the corner of your eyes is a. Gotta make sure the word pad isn't on camera, so you guys can't read ahead.
Aww.
Ah.
Well, I'm not looking at the stream anyways, so
Yeah, I know.
Well, the only thing
I
we
just
can
have
see
your
is that
chat popped out.
Yeah.
little tiny sliver of.
No, I know that. I just didn't remember if I was on the combat screen or not.
Yeah.
You are.
Anyways, You see someone's ears perk up upon mentioning getting into Graya. It's a very short, skinny man wearing some heavy leathers and silken clothes, not too far away from you guys.
Aside to Blank, that guy kind of perked up when I mentioned Graya. We should go ask him some questions. And considering you're the more eloquent of us two,
I do believe
That's a terrifying statement.
I do believe one of us should watch the cart. So I'll let you take lead on this one.
hmm.
Yeah, this entire party is just
All right.
screwed.
So go ahead and work your magic, big guy. I slap you on the shoulder.
Did
Good.
you have to jump to do that?
No.
He's not as short as Mercury.
Oh, okay.
Short.
Alright, so Flint, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of jog over to the guy.
Good.
Yeah.
You approach him and he looks at you, wondering why you're jogging so silly.
Yeah, I was curious to know if you knew anything about gaining entrance to Graya.
No, of course. You must pray at the altar.
Sure about that? Can I make a... Ooh.
Scrutiny.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Balls, that was so close.
He seems legit.
Motherfucker.
You believe him and have no further reason to talk to him.
Alright.
He
Fair
walks up. He walks up to you, pats you on your shoulder, and then walks away.
Okay, well, I go back to Slate.
Flint, would you like
Yeah.
to make an awareness test as you're walking back to Slate?
Yeah, sure, why not? An awareness or...
Awareness.
perception?
An awareness test.
Alright. Modifiers?
None.
Yay!
You feel like your pocket's a little heavier than before.
Huh.
Almost imperceptibly heavier.
I reach into my pocket.
You pull out a piece of paper.
What does the piece of paper say?
Do you have literacy?
I did.
Did. Might.
Yeah.
We'll find out in the next
Ouch.
episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I do not.
It's okay, you can still read this. You have Speak Low Gothic, correct?
Yes.
Good. You can read it. It's plain enough.
I did.
What is that?
Oh no! I do have literacy? Yes, I do.
Okay. It simply
Got 300
says,
buck experience for it, so.
"Meet me by the altar tonight at midnight. Bring your friends."
All 4 of them. Find the other 2.
Is
Interesting. I fold it back up and put it back in my pocket.
Okay.
And then I walk to Slate. So, that guy slipped a note in my pocket and told us to meet him at the altar at midnight.
well, that's nice and dandy, but we still don't know where the other two are.
Did you say Danny?
Dandy.
Dandy.
Having great dander.
Dand-ish? Yeah, we need to find them. I don't know where they could have ventured off to. Well, about what time is it, Master GM?
Oh God. Let's see
Master
for
Game
them.
Master?
The afternoon sun is beginning to wane.
Okay. Well, Slate, if you just want to stick here, I'll look around town for him.
Split the party.
We literally just went over this rule, you guys. 2 people probably died for it. Half of which is Devin.
I think I'll be okay in a town full of people who just want to get Nagraya.
Okay. I'm not here to stop you, I'm just here to point things out.
Man, this is gonna be fun with the adventures of Slate.
Do.
Oh, fly.
Magic trick.
Well, I mean, I did say, if it's okay, you stay here, and I'll go into town and look for them. So you can voice your opinions if you would like.
Someone filed the ridges off this quarter.
He said, "Oh, a fly slap," and then that was it.
Yep.
So you make your way into town.
Alright.
Would you like to roll inquiry?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Modifier?
None?
Cool.
Good. You don't
Balls.
figure out anything
Cool.
after an hour.
I'll spend 1 more hour looking.
Okay. Roll inquiry.
Nothing.
You don't hear anything.
Alright.
It's now dusk.
Cool. I'll head back to Blank.
Okay.
Any sign of him?
No, it's very unusual, but I suppose we didn't specify a meeting place. I'd assume the cart, but
Yeah, the cart would be the best place to return to.
perhaps you could check amongst the people in the caravan. That maybe they saw him wander off.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I guess I'll approach Sarah.
Okay.
God, remember when we all had Voxcasters?
Right.
Back in the day, those were good days for you guys.
Where are
Anyways.
you? They're static. You can't hear anything.
Hey, pardon me, Sarah, but do you know where my other... do you know where Mercury and Johanna have run off to?
Oh,
We've been
those
looking
idiots?
for them
Those
forever, and I
killed.
can't seem to find them.
They're dead.
Her eyes turn to black.
Her eyes turn to blinding white and she levitates 3 meters off the ground
Kill the witch!
and screams at you. They're dead. Anyways.
Blank, I think it's
I
her
hope
time
that
in the
she's
month.
having.
No, Flint. I haven't seen them in a long time. Joanna was saying something about that shadowy figure she's been keeping track of. I think they
Right.
might have gone to investigate it.
I sure hope they didn't.
Yeah, it would be rather foolish, wouldn't it?
It would be kind of foolish to leave me and Blank behind.
Yeah. That would be a terrible idea. Don't split the party. All of a sudden, this is getting really meta, Sarah.
Sarah, what is
Damn it,
this word
sorry,
you used?
one job.
Meta.
Psychothic, bitch. Learn it.
I don't know how I go thick.
Is that some type of armor? Because I want it.
Anyways, she explains that to you.
Okay. I talked to one other person, just
Okay.
a random person.
What do you want to ask them?
Have you seen my counterparts anywhere? One that was
Just
fairly
points
short.
off in the distance.
Oh, good. I walk back over to Blank. So, might have some bad news. Well, I don't know if it's bad or good. But considering we haven't heard from him in a really long time, both Sarah and just some random person in the caravan said they went and investigated that shadowy figure that Johanna found and was keeping tabs on.
Oh dear. You have a general direction of where they went?
You do, from the lady that pointed.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, we could go look for them.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like we should. They might be in.
We still have the Grox, so
Yeah.
we could take the cart out. Look
just-
for him.
I'm worried about them being in danger. Because we haven't heard from them in a really long time, and if I've learned anything from my past service, it's that the longer you haven't heard from someone, the higher chance of they're probably not doing so good.
I would expect this from Mercury, but not Joanna. It is a little unusual.
Well, should we grab the Grox and head out?
You'll have to be my eyes.
I'm fine with that. Give me how long would it take me to run into town and then run back out?
What are you trying
Aren't
to
you
do?
in town?
No, they're on the outskirts.
I want to
of town.
see if anyone has a pair of the binoculars. I forget what they're actually called in the game. Magnoculars?
Magnoculars.
Okay.
Which wouldn't be particularly helpful at this time of day.
They might for him.
Well,
Oh,
because is
It would
Well,
boost the light between your eye and the first lens.
I just want the ability to see really far.
Yeah, no, but at night it wouldn't help you a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
Because the way that NVGs work is they fire out infrared lasers.
Yeah.
And your photo contacts do not have the ability to do that, so it's only the immediate area that's lit up
Right.
for you.
That makes
So-
sense. I get it.
Magnoculars
Okay.
would not increase the distance of that.
Okay, well,
And NVGs are expensive as fuck.
yeah. Should we ask if anyone wants to tag along? I doubt it, but it might be worth the extra help.
Have you seen Drex lately?
Have I seen Drex lately,
The
Master
million
Chief?
dollar-
Yeah,
question.
yeah, you talk to her almost every day.
Oh, awesome.
How could you not remember that?
I mean, come on, man. Everyone else completely ignores her because they're all assholes, but you and her, you're bros.
I thought you were
Right.
trying to hit that. Like,
Dude.
He's on it. He's working his way
Just
up.
give it time. Just give it time. Hey, Drex, you want to head out with us and look for Merc and Joanna? Could always use the extra hand.
That was the irritating woman and the shady one, right?
Yeah.
Fuck her.
I suppose if you need some help, I'll lend a hand.
I can't just ditch my party like that, so...
It's true.
It
You
would
should
be
never
nice.
split up the party.
What? Split up the party all the time?
I
Okay.
extend my hand to help her into the cart.
Joanna is rescued, immediately runs into the desert.
You gotta either live life or, die.
Yeah, that one.
so I guess you were going for the dying part today.
Working on it.
I get bored. What can I say?
Alright, well, I help her into the cart and then
Alright, you guys take off.
grab the reins and head out.
Good.
Moving on out!
Moving on out. Due to the fact that you are traveling at night, or once it becomes night, you have to get off the cart and lead them. Like, they won't
Yeah.
just let you rein them.
Right.
But yes, you guys travel for a couple of hours without seeing hide nor hair of them in the direction that the woman pointed. I know you can't tell, but I'm glaring at you right now, Roger.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, good.
Does, did we disclose to Drex that I'm a psyker?
You did not. Give me a minute, I gotta hide under the car.
Taking aside to Flint. Flint, could you distract Drex for a second? Or several? Just get her to not look at me.
Sure. Do we have any feed in the cart?
Yeah, you have hay and stuff to feed the crocs.
Okay. I'm gonna have her feed the grogs while you do your thing. Is that gonna be enough?
I hope so.
Okay. Okay, so I stop the cart and the Grox, and I look over to Drex. Hey, we need to feed these guys, so if you don't mind going up front, and I'll meet you there with a bag of feed.
Okay. She hops off the cart and heads to the front of the Grox.
Good. I'm gonna go to the other side of the cart.
Okay.
And then I grab the bag
And,
of feed and walk up there and talk, like, small talk her the entire time so she's not
Roll blather.
around. Yep. Blather! Blather!
Anyways, you don't actually have to do that. Yes, roll Psyniscience. Plus 10. Almost as you step towards the back of the cart, you look down and gaze into the immaterium and notice a life sign that seems very similar to the pulse of Mercury, faintly thrumming a few meters away.
While I'm gazing, do I see anything? Do I see Joanna's or just Mercury's?
Yes, you look around really quickly and you see a couple of other life signs fairly close by. One of them very, very weak in the distance.
Okay. God, I guess it says a 3. Is the weakening of the veil above Gaia, like, has it changed appearance in any way, or it just looks the
No,
same?
it's still the same.
Okay. Enough for me. Then I'll go ahead and walk up to the front of the cart and go, Flint, I think they're over that way. I just have a hunch.
Alright. I like it. Go with your gut.
Flint, would you roll perception?
Modifiers?
None.
Woohoo! Nope.
Yes, you all start heading over in the direction that Slate points out, and you're looking around and see nothing but endless sand. Eventually, after a few minutes, Flint, his foot catches on something, and he trips and lands face first in the sand. You hear a slight groaning from beneath.
Would
You
like
hear
to-
that.
Would like to pull out my gun.
Yeah,
Okay.
same here.
Brains.
Brains.
Do have quick draw, but I don't have
Flint.
leap up.
Brains.
Well, I get up and then take my sidearm out.
Okay.
So, for the record, since I exceed my toughness bonus, I passed out for 10 minus my toughness bonus minutes, so that was 8 minutes, and I've been out here for hours, so
No, you-
I am awake, right?
No.
No.
You burned a fate point to avoid dying from gargoyle.
You're
Got it.
unconscious.
You're unconscious until you are rescued.
Okay.
Your fatigue is in fact gone, as is everything else. Wounds and crit damage.
Yay!
So yeah, you guys draw your weapons and stare at the sand.
Okay.
Go ahead and, you stepped on it. Go ahead. Dig it up. I'll cover you, as I'm holding the gun and shaking at this point.
Okay.
Mhm.
What will I roll?
Nothing. You will just uncover the thing.
Okay. I uncover the thing.
Oh my god, gravely wounded, bleeding very slightly now. As it seems that there is not much blood left in the body. You see the pale, near lifeless body of Mercury. Heavily damaged and scarred, lacerations running up and down his entire body.
Holy shit, blank, here now.
Oh. I guess I
Heal
shouldn't
her?
slouch so much.
But actually, you don't know that I can heal. What do you want me to do?
Help me get him in the cart.
Oh. Then I'll...
We need to stop the bleeding, and we need to get him to not be
Dying.
almost dead. Yeah. We need to stabilize him.
This is gonna be awkward. Wait.
And I knew I should have gotten the Medicaid skill last week. Although, doesn't Roger have Medicaid?
No.
If you would like to use any psychic thing, depending on what it is, the harder it is, the more I'm going to negate you. It's a -20 to use it secretly.
-20 to whatever I roll.
-20 to your willpower when you have to roll that.
Because healing actually doesn't require that I roll willpower for the... Does it?
Yeah, I know, but you're gonna have to. If you want to hide it, you'll have to roll willpower -20.
Ooh.
What? You didn't kill anything.
That's...
He turned into sand. I count it.
He didn't die. He just passed out and turned into sand, then float away.
I think
I'm taking
at that point you were delirious, so I don't think you really know what you're doing there.
I'm fucking passed out right now. I can say whatever the hell I want in my sleep.
So I look at Blank. Can you help him?
Uh,
And I look at you like, with all seriousness, and I don't care
Suggestively.
how you do it.
well, I'll help me get him into the cart, and I'll see what I can do. Joanna should be that way.
You guys get Mercury into the cart.
And we go find Joanna.
Go looking for Joanna.
Take Drex with you.
Yep,
please.
and we're taking Drex.
All right, roll it up.
That's the plan.
Perception. Damn it.
Good. Super good.
I feel like you should plus 10 or something.
Wait, what is threshold is?
Because I have photo contacts and blind fighting. No
If you were-
visual
if you were
environment
fighting,
penalty. No visual environment penalty.
Threshold is 7.
this isn't from a visual impairment from the environment. This is from being covered in sand for hours.
Dark.
Okay, well. Okay. Anyway, 1, 0. Threshold met.
Ooh, and imperiled, or you phenomena.
Oh joy.
Phenomena. Do, 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 do. Phenomena. Do, do, do.
Death.
Do you want to read it? Since
I only
I'm
have
not
one
there?
more fate point to burn.
One
You
second.
need to have like a little stream reel whenever he gets a phenomena.
Phenomena.
40 is...
Like it'll be like the daily Jeopardy.
Spectral Gale. Howling winds then erupt around the psyker, lifting him slightly into the air, forcing them
No.
both. And,
No,
oh,
you're on
God.
psychic
40 is
phenomena.
unnatural decay. All plants within
Yeah,
3 to
3 to 10 meters of the psychic wither and die.
In the
Oh.
desert,
There's nothing out here.
So, all of the,
the flower
hay,
that is my heart.
all of the hay is now decrepit.
That's gotta be weird for the person feeding the thing. Oh wait, no, I should
They're
probably
not doing
stop.
that anymore.
I don't think that happens to hay, though.
Don't worry about it. Nothing really
Hay,
happens.
hay is already dried.
I'm
Yeah.
aware. Nothing happens. Jesus Christ. Just move on with your life. Roll 1d5.
I'm working on it.
You mean 3d10?
What?
Or oh, never mind. Right.
No, there is no overbleed on that. There you go. 3 points of whatever happens first.
Yeah, I don't know.
Crit
What,
or wounds.
No, what this does is it seals up all of the blood coming, or all of his lacerations and wounds, and snaps Mercury back into glorious, searing, agonizing life.
the fuck was that?
Me saving you? The hell were you guys doing out here? You had to dig your ass out of the sand.
Yeah, thanks. Fuck, this hurts.
I have to ask
Shaking
though,
rather well.
was it tasty?
Roll deception, make him do it again.
I'm sorry, is he rolling deception or?
No, you roll it. You make him eat some more sand.
Alright.
Good.
The sand is in fact fucking delicious.
You want to roll scrutiny?
God.
Don't make him eat more sand. That was badass.
I don't think this is really appropriate.
You know what? At this point, you don't believe him anymore, and you
Good.
just shrug off his comment.
Good. By chance, do you know where Joanna is?
6 feet under.
Which way was I facing when you dug me up?
That way.
Yeah, just
All
say
right.
a direction.
So she is 120 meters in that direction,
How oddly
that
specific.
direction, or that direction. I don't remember which way I was facing when I passed out from the pain, which I feel again. Thank you.
Blank, where are we going?
You're not nearby enough to
Far
ask him
away.
that. Your ass is out looking for Joanna out in the desert to make sure Drex doesn't see anything.
Good. Then, I do another Science test.
Alright.
Straighter.
Because you can focus, give yourself a plus 20.
Okay.
Ah, there's 4 hours.
A failure and a 4-hour limit. Mana.
That was the best way to do that.
I know,
Okay,
right?
okay, cool. I thought my internet had gone out again.
God damn it!
Anyway, in the interest of not prolonging this, fate point.
You feel harder.
Shh.
Yep.
Yep.
Damn it, Danny.
So, Flint, would you like to roll perception?
I would. I really would.
And all of the chaos around the weakening of the veil, your Sinitius test is near impossible to pull off.
I found Joanna.
On the other hand, Flint,
So glad all these videos.
running through the night desert, trips and hears a slight murmuring as he eats a face full of sand.
How do I trip on a degree of success?
Everyone gets sand.
Just because I just want this. I need
Alright,
this.
whatever.
It's
I
like
need this
6
to
hours of
perk me
sand
up.
built up over our
Look, you
bodies.
almost killed 2 people. You still need to torture us?
Obviously,
that's-
yes.
I'm gonna fucking
Are
do
they
it.
dead yet?
That's true. Oh, Zach's gone.
Apparently
Zach's
Zach
back.
died.
Nobody's video was loading, so I let the call.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It
Only
doesn't look-
so far it's just Roger, and now it's you.
Yeah. I'm not
Everyone
so
else is
good.
loaded.
Yeah.
I can see Richard and Danny, but not Zach and Devin.
I'm
Good.
seeing
Zach
everyone
just-
I
except
can see
Zach.
everyone but Zach now.
Good.
Good.
I'll be right back then.
Oh, well, never mind. I just turned his camera off, but. And now he's a spinny circle.
Yeah, now I
Yeah.
can't see Roger either.
Now Roger's a spinny circle.
This is the
We're all
best.
spinny circles.
Why was a spinny circle on the stream? That's what
This-
I'm trying to.
This
Yeah.
was the best decision.
You're still both spinny circles to me, and that's all that matters because that's what everyone sees. I'm going to restart the call.
Hey!
I like that Zach was just about to say something when I turned that off.
Is that Zach or Danny?
I can see
It was
Devin.
me.
I still
Richard.
can't
See
see
everyone
Zach.
but Devin.
I can
Oh,
see
I can see
Zach.
everyone
Look.
but Danny now.
Hey! Zach's there now.
Danny,
I
fix
can
your camera.
see everybody.
Oh, that's
can't
too
see
bad.
Devin.
Danny, turn off your camera and turn it back on for
That's
me.
okay. I'm pretty much dead anyway.
No, no. You just now have a very nice footprint on you, along with everything else that's wrong.
And
So
now I
in-
can't see Danny.
Nope,
Just
Danny
to
disappeared.
speed this up, Drex and Flint grab Joanna, bring her back to the cart. Flint cleverly gets Drex to look away. Slate, roll healing.
Actually, I can't do that again.
They can, you just can't do it to the same target.
Oh. No, if a person, including the psyker, is subject to this power more than once in a 6-hour period, they must take test toughness or take 1d.
Yeah, if you heal yourself, you can't do it multiple times.
Oh, in
You can
that
do
case,
it to other people, though. That's why it's overpowered.
Right. 1, 0. Ooh, I got a 1. I
Good
just
for you.
barely met threshold.
Alright, roll a d5.
Good.
Joanna also snaps back.
Grows her fingers back.
Nope. Screaming in utter agony. Immediately looks down at her stump of a hand on her left hand.
Well, clearly I just need to replace the whole thing now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good luck with that.
Good luck affording that.
On this world,
Yeah,
good luck finding and affording that.
Hey, we're next to Graya.
I break into Graya. Is there any bionic arms? I want one of
He
those.
only needs the
yes.
hand.
Now you have to install it.
Like I said, he only needs the hand.
I don't think I'm smart enough for that. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're qualified to do that.
I have tech use and logic,
That
but I
doesn't
don't
count
think
as
that's
tech
enough.
use.
You'd still
Doesn't
need
count
like
as tech.
surgery or
You need like
Medicare or something.
you need like Cheergen, tech use, and a lot of other things.
I have
Man, if
intimidate.
only I'd been the only person to
You
die,
just scare it into him.
I would have introduced myself to the party with my new character and been like the fucking savior.
So yes, they are barely alive. You decided best to head back to Graya now.
Yes.
So you head back to Graya now.
Yay!
You get back to camp. Everyone is asleep. It is nearly midnight. And that's where we're just gonna leave this for tonight.
God damn it.
Okay.
Every night, you
It's
blue
always
ball me.
right there. Hey, to be fair, the blue ball you were going to get if they didn't like fuck off and die was so much worse. So you have that to look forward to next
Alright.
session when I blue ball you guys super
Whatever.
hard.
How is that better? I
It's
could have
not.
blue balled you, but I
It's
didn't.
better for
I'm
Richard.
going to.
No, I could have blue balled you hard, but I only blue balled you lightly tonight. Next time, your balls will explode.
Mm.
So, I believe it is time for the endgame experience to be
Yep.
awarded. Now, do we punish those who died fighting?
Haven't we already been punished enough?
You only lost a fate point and 3 fingers for you.
By the way, what damage did I take, Richard? That knocked me out in critical damage and stuff? Was it impact, rending?
The rending damage to your body that tore into your armor and reduces your body armor by 1.
Okay.
I did not update.
So everybody add, it's 4 hours, right? Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah.
200 experience.
Okay.
Anybody make contact, confidant, anything like that?
I think we can argue for Sarah at this point.
I don't think we can, because I was the only one that talked to her very, very briefly.
Yeah.
I would have done some more talking, but
Dragged into this middle of the godforsaken desert.
Everybody
man,
decided.
if you thought I was a shit to Joanna before,